What just happened? What just happened? You know, when I think about those words and I'm thinking about memoirs, you can't separate what just happened from family, you know? Like my sister and I look nothing alike. Our personalities are completely different. None of my parents, we're all into different things. And so I started thinking about the theme of this, and I thought it'd be appropriate if I started telling you a little bit about my family so we can get to know each other, and then, you know, you could talk to me afterwards and we'll be friends, right? If we have our love and our dreams, no matter how hard it seems, it's gonna be all right. Maintain our faith through the hate. I know it seems much too late. It's gonna be all right. We ain't going nowhere. A little bit about my family. My grandfather's prostate had poems in them. Passed it through to my father, who professed he had no passion to become a page or a prophet. He presented the proposition to me. Now, I went to the Navy, went on a pilgrimage to the Middle East. I came back so black, y'all, I was damn near purple. Passed through the sun and out pops a poet. I'm probably not what you expected. Perhaps if I had a pimp's tongue, I could pull the appreciation out of you. I may be quiet when you're here, but I ain't afraid of you, La Jolla. When you leave, I'll be talking again. My grandmother on my mother's side used to laugh when no one was looking. She was a thug for Jesus when church folks gathered, and she always carried a purse full of candy and condoms. Wait. I'm lying about the last part. One thing my grandma knew how to do was make beautiful babies. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, right? Hey, that's my grandma you talking about. All about her children when my aunt, her daughter, this is a true story, died of a broken heart. She also allowed herself to pass through the ether, stating, and I quote, she didn't need to be all alone up there in heaven. As if God's cheese, eggs, and grits wasn't as good as hers. As if nobody could love her baby like her. See, my grandma loved hard like skin pulled on drums would beat that butt, if not moving to her rhythm. Believe me, I was a bad child. I felt it a lot. Her other daughter, my mother, loved fierce like wind through horns and organized chaos like jazz. My love is loud, bells, young, wanting, requesting service, needing attention. I don't know how to love that hard or that fierce yet. On holidays, I find myself reaching for my phone, but I'm more concerned with your status, my status. I keep my family at arm's length with my heart high upon my sleeve, so my heart becomes something that my family can always see, but I never let them quite reach it. Just trying to learn how to play this game. 40 plus years in life, the same question still remains. I mean, you all are pretty smart out here, so maybe you can figure this out for me. How much do you have to love someone just because they bear your same last name? This is not a poem of answers. Shoot, I don't even know if I have the right questions. You ask the same person on a different day and they'll tell you family is either a curse or a blessing, right? Sometimes I see people introduce their families through the filter of their failures. Have you ever seen that before? Like, oh, that's my cousin Tony over there. He just got out of jail, so hide your purse, sister, hide your purse. Oh, and that's Victor. He just got his 6-month chip. We praying for him. We don't think it's going to work, but the blood of Jesus, we praying for him. Oh, and then Vanessa's badass kids running around over there. They so cute, but they don't know who their daddy is. In this, our urban village surrounded by a concrete jungle, family trees get ripped apart in the name of progression. It's like a sacrifice to the God of possessions. Tell me, La Jolla, what leaf is so arrogant to call another leaf damaged? And we're all held from the same limb. We're all kissed by the same sun. We're all coming from the same roots. Eventually, we all fail, all fall. That's family, a mosaic. You guys know what a mosaic is, right? It's that jagged, broken pieces that are only beautiful when you put them together and they're exposed by light. So I call up my mother unexpectedly and she lights up. I attend one of my sister's events and she shines, and I'm proud. As a poet, as a DJ, as a playwright, I try so hard to be a star, to illuminate. When I learned that sometimes I just need to shut the hell up and be someone else's light switch. I wish I wish that love was given easily like jealousy or resentment. I wish every time I was jealous or resentful, I understood that it was only out of a lack of my own self-love. But this is not a poem of answers. Shit, like I said, y'all, I don't even know if I have the right questions. All I know, y'all, is that I have a family and the love that comes with them and the pain that comes from them, be it ever so dysfunctional, there is no place like home. If we have our love and our dreams, no matter how hard it seems, it's gonna be all right. Maintain our faith through the hate. I know it seems much too late. It's gonna be all right. We ain't going nowhere. We all want this to work. This experiment of United States, a coalition of colors, cultures, and convictions, and a low-key addiction to caffeine. I wrote this poem in a Starbucks. I wrote this poem overhearing conversations, soft rock, remote work, and folks concentrating on their dreams. I wrote this sitting between a homeless man hoping not to get kicked out and a woman on a $2,000 MacBook Pro. I wrote this poem in the middle of suburbia with images beckoning us back to nature on the wall behind us. We are a walking, texting, scrolling, posting contradictions. But we all of us in this room need this to work. What is our together? What is the thing that is going to unite us besides another 9/11? What is our communal cause when our ideologies can be so radically different? I contend that kindness is not controversial. Respect has no political affiliation until you give her one. I know it all sounds corny, but as art doers and appreciators and sometimes smugglers, how we show up in a space matters. The genesis of equity is conversation. Deep, meaningful, progressive, anti-pointless conversations are deathly allergic to self-righteousness, anger, or the idea that your point of view is our only path. The pop sorcerer Michael Jackson once evoked Mama say, Mama sa, Mama kusa, which translates roughly into listen more than you think more than you speak, and when all else fails, you better dance. Don't fact check me on that one, though. It is really hard to listen without having your rebuttal locked and loaded. It is a radical act to fundamentally disagree and still treat said person with common decency. The big question, are you internally actively trying not to be divided? Or is your blanket, your comfort, to other us back into segregation? We all want this to work. For the art of our spirits and the spirits of our students to color our collective experience, this collective experiment, for this harvest of humans to yield sustenance, for equality of opportunity, a field of dreamers, a sky of souls, beautiful in our vast complexity, the interconnectedness of bioluminary diversity. I see you shining. I see you being a light. I see you starting a conversation. I see you giving voice to people. I see you caring about the answers. I see you caring about the answers. I see you caring about the answers. I see you loving despite differences, harnessing humanity instead of hurling hate. That is the beginning of our together. The untangling of the thread to start to see what actually connects us. Crazy in our belief that we can make this work. A coalition of colors and cultures and convictions, a common unity as teachers, consumers, and extreme appreciators of this jumble of human expression that we call art. Uniting with a low-key, barely noticeable, we can quit anytime addiction to caffeine. But that's okay. It's all right. We have to have the energy that this movement needs. If we have our love and our dreams, no matter how hard it seems, it's gonna be alright, alright. Maintain our faith through the hate. I know it seems much too late. It's gonna be alright, alright. We ain't going nowhere.